So not too long ago, I made a video about the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks, right? And then just having a listen to a video about that same team not too long ago. And I didn't go too much on what happened after that season. I just did that whole entire season. I did a little bit who and what did what after that season. But there was one thing that I also forgot about. The reason why that Milwaukee Bucks team, even after that 2000-2001 season, they didn't do as well as they should. Question is, George Karl. So George Karl, if you guys don't know, has a history of getting it into it with star players. When he was on the coaching the Denver Nuggets, he got into it with Carmelo. I think even he wrote a book, a memoir, about details about Carmelo Anthony. I think even AI to a point. Well, he was on there. The Denver Nuggets management, they was at odds with him. And he was seemingly at odds with DeMarcus Cousins when he coached the Kings. And he even had words, supposedly, with a couple of players back in the 90s. I think one was Nick Van Exel and maybe Kendall Gill, I'm not sure. But when he was coaching the Milwaukee Bucks, he supposedly, allegedly, I think this actually really happened, got into a lot with Ray Allen and Glenn Robinson. And I forgot to mention this. During that 2000-2001 season, right? The Bucks started 3-9. They was 3-9. They looked terrible. George Karl, and I'm paraphrasing this, said that, not exact words, can't win with a bunch of overpaid prima donnas, overpaid babies. And he's talking about Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, Sam Cassell, and some others. So shortly after that, the Bucks end up pulling their bootstraps up and end up going 52-30. But that didn't end right there. It continued to keep going on for the next season or two seasons. I know Ray Allen wasn't a big fan of George Karl, and George Karl wasn't a big fan of him. Supposedly, Ray Allen was yucking it up with the Bucks owner at the time, Herb Cole, which George Karl did not like at all. And I think George Karl felt threatened by Ray Allen because that relationship, he thought he was going to be the one that can. So I think he even said, maybe in the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, I can't remember, it's almost 20 years ago, I think I was 12 around the time, 12 or 13, that it was either him or Ray Allen. And I think they ended up going with Ray Allen. But I think even before Ray Allen, it was Glenn Robinson that was gone. And they had Anthony Mason and all that. And I think even Anthony Mason was a head case too on that team, which I actually found out. Try not to think about that era. You know, it's a very dark era for the Milwaukee Bucks history. And then eventually Ray Allen's gone, Sam Cassell's gone. And after that, George Karl is fired. Replaced with, is it Terry Stotts or Terry, what's the other Terry? Coached, I forgot his name. What's the other Terry? Shoot. It's freaking leaving me right now. Oops. Hold up right quick. Hold up. He was an NBA basketball player before he came to coach. It's not Terry Stotts. Shoot. So sorry. Where's Terry Stotts at right now? Oh, he's not coaching right now, but that's not the coach I'm thinking of. Shoot. I did not know Terry Stotts was on the Seattle assistant coach. No wonder why he was on the Bucks. Shoot. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna keep talking. Uh, damn it, Packers. You know what? Side note, right quick, while I look this up, right quick. Uh, any Packers fans out there? Season's over. They talk about Westbrook being dead, and looking depressed. Aaron Rodgers has that look on his face too. You know, I'm not gonna get into a full rant being a Packer fan. It's over. It's done. I accepted it. It's over. So it is what it is at this point. Come on. Terry Porter. Terry Porter was the coach before Terry Stotts. But going back to George Karl. So yeah, they fired George Karl. He goes to, I believe it's a couple years later, Denver. But could you say to a point that George Karl ruined the team for a minute, but also led the way in how the Bucks are now? Because pretty much his whole ire towards Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, even Tim Thompson, Sam Cassell kind of killed that team, along with some poor choices in drafting and trades and all that. But you could say that to a point. It's a question that can easily be popped. Maybe. But those are for some very dark times for Milwaukee Bucks fans. From 2002 all the way up until where's the light in the tunnel? Probably after Jabari Parker was drafted. So 2014. Because around that time, you can start seeing that maybe this team has the potential to do something. And that was only 8 years ago now. And every season, I'm thinking, this team is right around the corner. This team can be right around the corner. The next thing you know it, they win it all. And now are able to be mentioned as NBA Finals contenders, not pretenders, contenders every year. Solely because of one man from Greece. Anything else can say it. Another dude that they got from a weird trade from Detroit. But one could say George Karl kind of ruined this team. But also one could say, in a way, helped this team. But also, when it comes to George Karl, he's not great with superstar players. He's not. Now, I'm trying to think, there was anything that happened when in Seattle with him, but with Gary Payton. But as far as I know, he doesn't do well with superstars. Look at the evidence. Tell me what you guys think.